Doctors are diagnosing more children with autism than ever before.
Reports from the CDC show that rates of the condition have skyrocketed in recent years. But why?
All new tonight at 10, TH311's Brooke Buckner takes a closer look at what's behind this rise and how our state compares to the rest of the country.
When 2-year-old Easton isn't eating or playing, you'll find him developing new skills.
You want some blocks? Look.
A doctor diagnosed him with autism last month, a developmental disorder that impairs a person's ability to communicate and interact. Now, Easton's family is learning more about the disorder every day.
I want to do anything I can to help to promote research or inclusion for the kids and just advocating for them.
According to the CDC, 1 in 36 children in the U.S. is on the autism spectrum. His mom, Haley Trimble, says she and Easton's pediatrician saw the signs early on and wanted to get him screened.
Sometimes he'll flap his arms or he'll play with a toy different than another child. We started around 15 months noticing some things. He had some words and then was regressing, was a little behind on walking and things like that. And so she and I talked about just going ahead and getting him into some therapy.
Trimble had a different outlook on Autism Acceptance Month this past April, now recognizing Easton isn't living through this disorder alone.
I'm just wanting to do all I can to help other families. I've had friends that's reached out with kids close to Easton's age, and they're like, hey, you know, what were some things that you saw? Like, I think I may be in the same boat with my kid.
I think the numbers are definitely increasing.
Maya Lopez oversees developmental behavioral pediatrics at UAMS. The data backs her up. In 2020, the CDC studied autism rates in kids across 11 states. Here in Arkansas, researchers found that among 4-year-olds, 1 in every 62 had been identified with autism, up from 1 in 84 back in 2018. It follows a national trend of rising diagnoses.
The prevalence estimates from the CDC shows us that the numbers have tripled in the past 20 years.
When it comes to the reason behind that increase, Dr. Lopez points to a few key factors.
It is true that we are better at diagnosing. It is true that we have better tools. It is true that more people are aware.
Experts say earlier diagnosis is important so children can receive support sooner. But increased awareness has led to a new problem. Not enough doctors to diagnose or help develop treatment plans. That can mean a long waiting list for appointments.
I joined UAMS in 2006. At that time, we would have autism evaluations in our center, the Dennis Development Center, 3 days a week, 2 patients per day, so 6 for the whole week. Currently, we have 3 teams or 6 kids a day. Every day we do it, and we're still way behind.
There's also another factor likely behind more autism diagnoses: better parent awareness.
Parents are more aware of what the symptoms should look like, and they are better reporters.
Want a sandwich?
Trimble is one of those parents that's more aware, and she plans to continue advocating for her son and others on the autism spectrum.
It affects every family differently, and so, but we're just diving in, and we're just going to make the best of every day that we have, and helping him to grow.
In Little Rock, Brooke Buckner, THV 11.